you can't force. I can't say the DJ's boo must look certain way. Did he? No. Cut the space okuso asekuvumela uba ube nalama-grades wakhatha lama-grades but ndithi wakhatha njani because I've never seen another DJ's boo before you are this DJ's boo and I must appreciate you the way God created you, the image that God did to you. It's perfect.
Sicela ukubonga Thixo. Ngiyanihalisela ngenza ngamabomu. Ngifuna ukuthi imofa niyazi. Ngiphethe ubhuti wami la. For those who don't know, he's a Crown Gospel Music Awards Best Newcomer and Song of the Year winner for 2017, Eastern Cape Music Awards Artist of the Year, Mpumalanga Gospel Awards National Artist of the Year. He's also a hit maker, Metro FM Music Awards Song of the Year 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome Ubhuti BETUSILE MCINGA. Kunjani Bethu?
Siyaphila bhuti wami Makhondo.
No, Namakhondo. I'm excited to have you here finally.
Ndiyabulela kakhulu. You know, I wanted to be in this set someday and ndizoshare ingqondo yami with you.
No, Namdiabulela. I just wanted to first start by congratulating you. Congratulations with all your achievements.
Ndiyabonga kakhulu bhuti wami, ndiyabonga kakhulu. We are inspired by the best, those who have came before us, pathfinders or DJs buga.
No, Nkosi, ndiyabulela. I would love to know your story, Mina. Today, the reason I said I came here to sit down with you is just to get to know you. But like, where are you from? Who are you?
I'm coming from Eastern Cape, a very small village. Lapha kuthiwa kuse Willowvale. Town yethu it doesn't have robots. You come in ucinga famba uyangena kanti sowuphumile because it's very small. Yeah, it's a very small village and I grew up there from a musical family. Ugogo wami was a teacher of music esikolweni and my uncle is a composer of choral music. Lamaculo labe siwacula esikolweni, some of them were composed by him. And then my mother is a gospel artist, Lusanda MCINGA. So I grew up from that family that sings every day and that plays ongakwazi ukucula udlala instrument, you know. So when I was still in primary, we had a group with my boys, Lalini. We were
imitating,
yeah, ulinganisa Ladysmith Black Mambazo because it was one of the biggest groups at that time. So we would sing their songs as boys, and from there we started singing gospel because gospel now was able to give us a room to accommodate even ladies, labantombazana afuna ukucula, you know. So we started a gospel group where we sang a gospel, and I started now having interest in music. Kanjalo, we moved from Willowvale to Mthatha when I started high school. Yeah. So manfika khona, I think around 1998. Old lady was supposed to come up at Joburg, Lizo recorded Downtown Studios. So I came with her, this old Bekisha at that time. And when I came, I was now interested kakhulu by umlungu ekuthiwa John Linderman, who was doing sound engineering for Lusanda. So I was like, hey, I want to be on the production side of music. Maybe I would help Umama in her career, you know. So I started now composing songs for her, producing songs for her, playing keyboards for her, because that's when I ndandine interest kakhulu kweli cala lokuproducer, not ukucula. But to cut the story short, I started singing and mane ndifeaturisha ingoma kwi-albums kamama until 2007. I released my first album. I signed with Galo Records, which was titled Manbengo Wako, and I did my second album 2010, and my third album I did it in 2013, which got us the Song of the Year on SABC Crown Gospel Music Awards. Yeah, so I think that's when now I started having a break in the music scene. I started like being a name that is known and got invites from all over. Yeah.
A pressure because abantu abaninzi, you know, your mother is a great, very highly respected musician in South Africa. I'm sure over the years they would always compare your career to hers.
Okay, starting from at school, like I used to hide the fact that I'm Lusanda's son, because yayindizisela ipressure yabo laa nto yokuba ma ungabhatelwanga i-school fees nigxothwa ningabantwana kuzothi hawu nalo we-celebrate nawe uyagxothwa yabo. And abantu didn't understand that being famous sometimes doesn't mean that you have money. You know, and at that time olate wasaqala yabo, but now people would compare her fame with a wealthy banga understand when kukhona izinto. So I used to hide myself andifuna uzifakela la pressure yabo. And another thing endinikeza pressure yokuthi I was still young, trying to do my silly things in the streets, you know, as a boy. And now people would say, how nyana we gospel artist, why is he doing this? You know, yeah. So it gave me a lot of pressure ukukhula as unyana kaLusanda, but I think I've learned something from her, and yiyo endisebenzelayo ngoku. And people, when I started now releasing my album, kwakukhona lokwakucomparisa uba icareer yami ifuna ucomparishwa naye. Now I had to try to divorce my brand from her and ndiyoziqalela yami, ndiyozibuildela yami audience. I was singing in street corners, selling my CDs. People from Eastern Cape, Cape Town, Durban, they know me. I used to sing in taxi ranks, selling my CDs. And people didn't understand that because I was signed with a big company, Galo Records. But my vision was I want to build my own audience. A audience that is not attached kakhulu kwigama likamama, yabo. And I think I've managed to do that, because in many places where I go now, people don't know that Nyana Lusanda, but they know me as a gospel artist on my own. You know? So it's me who introduces me as Nyana Lusanda now. I'm comfortable with it now, but then yayindivalela amathuba kakhulu.
And how's the response from Maulidi?
She's very happy. She's very happy. I think eyona nto imenza abe happy is that she has managed to pass the baton, and udlulisa kwakhe nam, I didn't fail. I try by all means every day to improve and to try and achieve things that she never achieved in her time with music, you know. Ngoku she's close to retirement, so izinto ezininzi angakwazanga ukufikelela kuzo zezi ndizamayo ke mna kuba ndizama ukufikelela kuzo.
And what are some of the things that you've learned from her music career?
I think one eyona nto endiyifundileyo is that you need to be passionate about this and be patient,
Mm.
because there there is a lot of ixesha umntu aphusha ngalo kungenzeki into,
Mm.
yabo. And when you look at many artists will tell you into yokuba, you know that I was listening to a story semafikizolo that they have released many albums before their album that made them to be big
Mm.
in South Africa, and there are other artists as well I know who have experienced that, yoba umntu ahlala ixesha elide trying and pushing kungenzeki until mhlawumbi third fourth album
Mm.
bekungona kuvulekayo iminyango, yabo. So I think we need that perseverance and patience kakhulu kwi-music industry. Yona nto ndiyifundileyo kakhulu.
And it's beautiful that you've finally, I mean, congratulations with the Metro FM Music Awards.
Yeah.
I always say AMA Awards, they always open doors. But before Metro FM Awards, you had won other awards.
Yeah.
What were some of your experiences ngokuwina amanyama award shows and them opening doors for you? Or would you say it was still the same?
No, it was not the same. From the experience of singing on the streets, and when I won my first award at SABC Crown Gospel Awards, I was still singing in the streets, in the street corners. So everyone was shocked by me making it on the nominees, and especially the nominees for the Song of the Year in the gospel space, And when we won there, it opened doors for us, and it made our name to be one of the well-known name in the gospel space, And since 2013 until now, I've been getting bookings and invites because of that song that I did in 2013. So that song has kept me from 2013 until I released this one that made me to win a Metro Award, So, and going back to that, Glendo, yokuba patience. I've released many songs since 2013 until now, but and they were better than this song that made me win a Metro, to me, in terms of production, in terms of everything. But now you just wait, man, because you don't know ixesha likaThixo uba lizawufika nini. You keep on doing what you love and God rewards you,
A lot of people wouldn't sing in the streets. I sell mofa in the streets, and ndifumana ukubana many people will undermine you
and reject you.
Mauthengisa estrateni, and same thing, they'll reject you also. What gave you the courage to go to the streets, and did that have any any impact in taking your career to the next level, or was it that you had no choice, you had to go to the streets?
No, I had a choice, because I could have used maybe my mother's contacts, and I could have used her success in music space.
Yes.
But mostly what was in my mind was that I need to start building my own audience. And I believed that audience is out there. There are artists that we don't listen to on radio. They don't get a play on radio, but they are big out there because the real people who supports are out there on the streets, And I always say, when you post le more fire yako on your social media, you will get maybe 100 likes, maybe 50 comments. But the real supporters and more fire, they won't even comment on your post.
Yeah.
They will go and buy.
Yeah.
Well, it's like when you're organizing a show, say, a show like lyric theater. And many people will say, siyaya. But if you check those who commented and said siyaya, abayanga. Most people abayileyo, it's people who didn't even bother commenting, but they went to buy tickets and go and attend your show, you know. So la experience yo yasesitratweni iyakufundisa into yokuba i-brand yakho nayo uyikhathalele, because you understand that i-brand yakho ibuildwe ngabantu, and aba bantu it's mostly from humble families, abantu who don't have much, but they want to support you with the little that they have, you know. So you get to meet real people pie, not abantu be fame and social media, but you get to meet abantu who are keen to support you.
Yeah, those are real South Africans.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the reason why I go down there, Stratton. And I always appreciate South Africans who have always supported my career. If I didn't go to the streets, I don't think Imofai would have become what it is today.
Yeah.
You know, so when I hear of musicians like yourself who deliberately went out there to go out and be with the people in the streets, I admire that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And the move, let's talk about now the move to Joburg as your career star keeps rising. Because abantu abaninzi, you'll find that even now they'll recognize your work more because you've won the Metro FM awards.
Yeah.
For example, myself.
Yeah.
I was not aware of your work before.
Yes.
And look at you, you've been putting in work all these years. But then you've got a new audience now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I was saying that it's so unfortunate that abantu ba weigh i-success yakho according to indlela that you are honored ngayo ngeli xesha lincinci, and they don't look back, they don't bother looking back at uba uqale phi, and what more effort did he do ukuze abe kule ndawo kuyo, yabo. So now I appreciate people like you who abathi xa bebona i-success bafuna udiga deep intoba yeyiphi investment lo mntu ayenzileyo or indlela azibuilde ngayo in order for him ukuba abe phaa. I think it will inspire many people. I didn't move to Joburg. That's one of the things that in my mind I don't want to do. I don't want to move to Joburg, because kusoloko kukhona leya perspective yokuba in order to be successful you need to
must
be in
move to
Joburg.
Joburg, yeah.
You know, I want to build myself and others who will come after me based in the Eastern Cape, you know. And I believe that me being based in the Eastern Cape, the more I become successful, is the more I will be a attraction to media corners like Hustlers Corner. Yeah, but okay, there is that flower that is blooming out there. Let's get it. Uba sizoyibona uba i-flower enjani ekhule enjani, you know. That's what I want to do. I believe ndidla ngothi xa ndimotivate abantwana ndithi never allow your background to determine your future. Ukuthi ukhulele phi, ukhulele njani, mayingakuvalile amathuba efuture yakho. So I always try to practice that in my life, intokuba indlela imeko endibeke kuyo namhlanje ngomso I must make sure that it changes to be better.
What type of sound is your music?
I do gospel music. It's traditional gospel music, and I am known by doing hymns, church hymns. I'm originally in the sonda wisile, you know. So you know that rhythm as a wisile. I do that rhythm, and I think I'm one of the few who still does that type of gospel music, you know. And unfortunately, it's that type of gospel engadlalwa kakhulu into mainstream commercial radios and stuff. Yeah. So every time now kuba khona is success out of it, I believe it opens doors for others, yabo, as well abasazamayo to make it in the industry. You know, I was talking to a manager amaphezulu kwendithi yazi if you analyze i-radios zase-South Africa, Monday to Friday, breakfast to afternoon drive, all of them, they play secular music.
Yeah.
Ne? In every show. You find one gospel song or one traditional song, which is Mbaqanga or Maskandi. Ne? And they will have maybe that 2-hour show on over the weekend for Mbaqanga or Maskandi and gospel music, you know. And it's so unfortunate that here we are in Africa, we are South Africans. The most things that advertise our values, it's through culture and their religions, you know, because as the South Africa kuthiwa many a bigger percentage is Christianity, you know, but though it's Christianity, we are Africans, we practice different cultures, you know. Now if they put traditional music in that little corner, that means that sikhulisa abantwana abangazu understand about who they are. Yeah, you understand. And if they put a faith-based music in that little corner, sikhulisa abantwana who won't be strong spiritually. You know, whether it's a spiritual based in terms of the cultural side or in terms of church, but as long as lo mculo lo ukhulisa abantu spiritually, siubekela bucala, sizaba nabantwana ba-weak ngokwasemoyeni, yabo. And you will find things like young people committing suicide, young people doing bad things, smoking drugs, and we blame i-society. Kanti lento imedia iqala iyo media ene influence yokuba if they play this kind of music, it means that they are taking the country to that direction. Yeah. So I believe we need to fight for our space as spiritual people and traditional people who believes in promoting culture, you know, and try to force our media to play music. Music plays a big role in changing abantu ingqondo zabo. Yeah. So if we don't care about that space somculo, it means that samane silahlekana kakhulu ne-values zethu singabantu base-Afrika, yabo. So lo mculo wami traditional gospel ungumculo ongena lack of getting a play. Yabo. But most yogogo out there, they connect with this music. They love this music, you know. I was talking to one of your producers now. He was like, "Hey, awugogo akavuyanga lapha yawina le award." So you go to every funeral, you go to every gathering, they sing this song, Kangenano, yabo. So it makes them connect more spiritually.
And I'm sure also, I mean, I need to remember who you were up against Guma Awards.
Yeah, it was late AKA.
Yeah.
KO.
Yeah.
Big Nas.
Yeah.
Java.
Yeah.
I think it's Kapsa the Small. And who else?
Those are big names.
Yeah,
Big names.
Yeah, those are big names. And it's people that I respect in the music industry. They have done a lot. They've achieved a lot.
I'm going to open it and say nominees 2023 Song of the Year. Yeah. And what I want to know, let me see, Song of the Year. So you were nominated against Sete. Sete was the biggest song last year.
Yeah.
The entire festive season, the whole country was Sete.
Yeah.
Sete was everywhere. And a lot of people actually thought Tuguti Sete was going to win.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you were also as somebody who's participating there, I'm sure you were very I don't want to say intimidated,
Yeah.
but were you though?
Yeah, I of course, Sete was the biggest song.
Mainstream radio.
Mainstream radio.
Yes,
Yeah,
as you were
but
saying.
now another thing you must look at this when it comes to voting. If kunento evotela wayo, the people who listens to certain music, are they able to vote for it now?
Yes,
You
yes,
know,
yes.
because sometimes that's what I was talking about earlier, that maybe the type of following yabantu bakufollowishayo sometimes are not people who can buy your product when you selling a product, but are people who can view your video, and you can have like 40 million views. They can dance to your music, but now when you say come to my show, those people won't afford to go to your show. When you say buy my CD, they won't buy your CD because of the kind of audience that is following you. I'm followed by mostly because, dude, I was going to each and every church, campaigning for this.
Nice.
The whole, in fact, this song didn't just win on Metro FM Music Awards. 31st December, there is that top 10 song
Yeah, that top 10 song.
in every radios.
Yeah.
I was at Ukhozi FM competing with the same songs
Yeah.
on that top 10 crossover songs.
Yes.
And we were number 3.
Yes.
I think the crossover song was a Big Nas, Ngeke.
Ngeke, yeah.
Ukhozi.
Yeah.
And then on Umhlobo Wenene FM, one of the biggest stations in Eastern Cape, I was number 1 there.
Yeah.
31st December.
Yeah.
Second one was Sete, and third one was Big Nas.
Yeah.
Now, it shows that the song that I'm singing might not be popular to other people.
No, it was popular. Your song is popular.
you know, when I showed my mom is on her 60s.
Yeah.
When I showed my mom the list of the people that I'm nominated with, she was like, "Yo, I only know AKA because there was a big story around AKA. I know KO, but I don't know others here."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yebo?
Yeah.
So it's the space that she is in.
Yes.
Doesn't allow her to know abanye abantu bakwesinye who are on another world. And I think that's the thing. Now, abantu be-gospel were like, okay, we're going to vote for no matter which song was
We don't
big.
care who you are nominated. We are voting
We
for
are
you.
voting for this one. Yeah. Also, yeah. I think that's how we won. But mostly, people from my province, they always support me. They always support me. Kakhulu. I think I've managed to have abantu ba loyal to my brand.
And I like the fact that you campaigned Emasontweni.
Yes.
You know your audience. You went to the people.
Yeah, I
and
went
because
to
umuntu wasestrateni, you started your career from down there singing in the streets.
Yeah.
You humbled yourself and went to all the churches and said, guys, vote for me.
Yeah, I campaigned in churches. I went back to the streets again, and I campaigned on the streets. People voted in numbers, For me, I think this thing has somehow sent a strong message to the mainstream media that we all musicians. We all spend same energy in producing music. Now, Uguti, your music is faith-based music, and the other one is dance and secular. It doesn't really make us different. We should be treated the same way and get the same platforms and a recognition in the music industry. So for a gospel song to compete nezingoma in that space, it was a history.
Yeah.
It's something I think up in South Africa, it was Usfiso Ncwane kwi-Summer Awards who competed with big songs in Summer Awards for a record of the year. He won it. I can't remember but it was the first time for Metro FM Awards, you know. And now we are slowly getting the airplay on radios in other shows that are not gospel, you know. So at least it has sent a strong message to the media that they should give us a fair share of opportunities.
And I think sometimes people forget, Ukbana, for the longest time in South African music history, gospel music has been the highest selling music genre in this country. Whether it's played on radio or it's not played. I think South Africa, we are a faith-based nation.
Yes, yeah.
So whether the music is on radio or it's not, people love their gospel music.
Yeah.
You know, and I love the fact that gospel music lovers are loyal.
Yeah.
As you're saying, would they vote? They come to the shows.
Yeah.
And others, they might just be young, or they might be, I can never, you know, just compare. But for me, I've always known gospel music to be the number one seller in this country. And I've always respected gospel music lovers.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's still one of the biggest genres. I think nathi thina as gospel artists we need to move with times in terms of producing our music, in terms of placing our brands.
I get you.
Singapheleli nje esontweni, but we must go out there to people and try to sell our brand, you know. We are Singabazalwane, we are ministers of the word.
Yes.
But at the same time, when we come to music industry, we are business people. So every day we must make sure that we push our brands and we weigh our brands with others who are making it in the mainstream. You know.
And I'd like to thank Umama Rebecca Malope. I saw her celebrating you while she was overseas.
Yes.
I don't know if you saw that on social media.
Yeah, I saw it, and she was saying it's a win for every gospel artist. I had that same thinking that this is a win for all of us. And it was amazing how gospel artists were rallying behind me, campaigning for this song as if it's theirs, you know. Everyone, we were just united that let's go and break that bubble and make history in Bombela.
Any type of collaborations that you'd still like to do with even Bonabo? By the way, thank you, Dr. Rebecca Malope. Siyabulela, mama. Thank you for all the great work you've done over the years. Siyabulela, for breaking the barriers, for opening doors for us, and for being one of the greatest gospel singers of all time. We know, Guti, there was just a 20 years where you were taking all the awards in this country.
Yeah, I would know if Mama is nominated. Taking. She's one of the pathfinders in the music industry. You know, she started from pop, and so ikuye gazini leyanto yomculo Mama Rebecca. So when we see people like her, we siyathoba because ngabona abantu abasibekesa kule ndawo sikuyo. She's celebrated worldwide lo mama kakhulu, and for her into yokuba akwazi ukusirita sonke as abantwana bakhe, it's a blessing. It's a blessing kakhulu. So yeah, man, siyabulela mama, siyabulela kakhulu kuwe nakubo bonke abanye omama that you have started this with, and you showed us the way. Siyalandela ke ngoku. We hope that ukulandela kwethu asizoniphoxa.
Okay, before we speak about other people's collaborations, have you done any music with your mother?
Yes, I've done many songs with my mother. She's about to release a retirement album. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. So.
Uti, you don't believe her?
I don't believe.
Because music will always call you back.
Yeah,
even now, I miss music.
Yeah, I don't believe her because I know maybe 2-3 years ago, 2 years to go, uzabe seyichisakalelo.
I know.
If we no record again. So yeah, I have a song that I've done with her on this album, but I would love in future German City uthi nje ndenzela uba ndizipavele indlela yabo. Ndiyarhalela senze a collaboration album
Oh, that would be
yethu
nice.
soyi-two.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yabo.
Yeah.
Sikhe siphume nje sishaye soyi-two each and every song. Ingabi la collaboration yengoma eyi-one or
Yes.
two. Yeah.
Yeah, because with the level that you're at now, I'm sure you can do collaborations with anyone. Who are some of the people that you still have to collaborate with?
This year we have many people that we have spoke with about those collaborations.
Okay.
And mostly it's on the secular music side, because I believe njengoba singabazalwane uThixo usenze ukuba sibe ngabalobi babantu.
Yes.
Yeah, and I started something a few years ago. I started performing in taverns.
Nice.
Yeah,
Taking the gospel to the taverns.
yes,
Yes.
I'm performing in taverns. I've went to, I don't know if you know, Rents Cape Town.
Yes.
I had a show, successful, and I've went to many biggest clubs in Upper MCINGA.
Taking gospel music
Taking
to
gospel
the
to
clubs.
the people, and that experience showed me how much people appreciate gospel music.
Yeah, they do.
How much people connect with what we are doing, And some people would find them in taverns and think that they don't know anything about God. And those people, they know everything about God. They have personal relationship with God. Others might be going through some stuff because they are there. Others are there just to have fun, because at the end we are people. We need to enjoy life. So that experience in Funse Ndogba, preaching in the boundaries of church. I'm preaching ebantwini abayaziyo le nto ithethayo. They know about God. They know about, even before I take a mic and sing, they know which song I'm going to sing, because I've been doing this to them. Now I believe, if I go out there to the people who abanga na experience of gospel music, to go and introduce this thing, I might win them and have new people who will follow me and follow Christ ngenxa yengoma endiyenzayo, yabo. So that's my aim now, to go and be a fisher of men. I go to taverns. Now the collaborations with the secular music guys will help me achieve that. That's why this year I decided that I will just do collaboration mostly with the secular guys. And one that is coming up recently, it's going to be me featuring Duncan.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Duncan the rapper.
Yeah, the rapper.
Wow, that's nice. I wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah.
Duncan. That's nice.
Yeah.
When are you dropping that one?
I will drop it soon.
Okay.
We will drop it soon, before end of June.
Because when you go to clubs, even DJs, the other day Oscar Mbo was trending, rocking gospel music in the club. I used to play even till still today.
Yeah.
There's times where you just rock gospel. Nje.
Yeah.
Sometimes people just want a break. They just and then you everyone is just singing along.
Yeah.
You're like, what? They sing louder than the normal songs.
This thing is touching them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Masien clubbing and sing this gospel.
No, I'm proud of you.
I was getting videos of DJs playing this song in taverns and clubs, and you would see the audience, the way they connect with the song, and I love it like that.
How do you feel now, as opposed to when you started your career, how things are turning out? Because for me, this is still only the beginning. You've got a very long career ahead of you.
I feel good. I feel very good. I posted Leah. There's that voice note ka Snoopy Doggy Dog Etty
I want to thank
I
myself.
thank myself. Yeah, I posted that on TikTok. I was like, hey, sometimes we forget to thank ourselves for the hard work that we put,
Yeah.
and for all the sleepless nights, seasons are you trying to create this music. But in my belief is that a tree that wants to grow high must extend its roots deeper, you know. So the more you humble yourself, is the more God will lift you up. The more uzehlise ebantwini, is the more people will support you bakwenyuse bakuse phezulu. So it makes me into yokuba ndingethuki when I'm successful. Xa khona into successful kuyo, ndithatha ndiyazi uba okay, it's because I humbled myself and people and God lifted me up.
Yeah, it's also in the Bible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You don't humble yourself, life will humble you.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm going to go to the TikTok now so I can follow you. I did not know with TikTok. Okay, let's go TikTok. Let's go TikTok. Yeah, I'm going to follow you. I just want to see your TikTok on camera. Oh, by the way, guys, take out your phones and let's all follow each other. Ngoku, just right now. Let's all follow each other right now. I'm following BETUSILE Kanoa. You're looking good. Hey, you're looking good at the awards, by the way. Yeah, you're looking fresh.
Yeah, yeah.
Awards, and then you also have got. You've got a lot of awards, yo. And the people showing you love, yo. Yes. And image is everything. Go music, ne?
Yes, I think so. Kakhulu low to music, you get judged kakhulu because it's attached to a religion, and there are ways of doing things, ways of dressing, and ways of talking, you know. So every time you must maintain your image.
Yeah.
And know what to say, know what to wear, where to go. Ezo zinto ezinjalo. But we try to simplify the gospel, because the gospel is not about that. It's about the relationship you have with God. And God is God of grace. God is full of grace. God loves everyone. And God is not that judgmental like we are, Tina Bantu, you know. If you see umfundisi onjengami onama-grades, yabo, and abanye abantu will say, no, he's not representing.
Marona waka neat. I mean, abantu njalo. My mother says there must be. But yeah, Melwan's a bit neat, man. Like you, like when they are like this, yo, she hates them. Sorry, I disturb you.
So there's that thing. I believe in Dokba. Says uThixo usidalile singabantu. And njengoba uThixo esidalile, usidale are different in terms of look, in terms of characters, in everything, who are unique. You know, there is no other DJ who's like you or Zamfumana out there. You know, akekho omnye uBETUSILE njengam. We are created uniquely like that nguThixo. So you can't force. I can't say the DJs who must look certain way. Did he? No. Cut the space okuso asekuvumela uba ube nalama-grades, wakhathe lama-grades. But ndithi wakhathe njani, because I've never seen another DJ Sbu before you. You are this DJ Sbu, and I must appreciate you, the way God created you, the image that God did to you. It's perfect. Angeni nawo mna okwami kuba njongana neyam qha uba eyam, is it what God wants now? Yebo. Yeah. So I think that's where singabazalwane sijajane kakhulu khona in terms of look, in terms of, and we forget the main thing, which is now their relationship that we must have with God and the love we must share with people. Now, if we share love of God to people, it's the love that doesn't judge people. It's the love that give grace to people. People, if bantu bayakumosha, you give grace because you know that there are many times and things that you've done wrong to God. You know, it's like your parents, abazali bakho, xa usenza izinto ezimbi, umosha usithini, they give grace to you because they know that you ungumntana wabo. They can't wash you away from their bloodline. You belong to them, you know. They have kept you, umama wakho wakugcina for 9 months lapha eswini. Now ukuba wenza into wrong, it doesn't change the fact that ungumntana wakhe. Ayisusi DNA yakho. Now always they have to give grace to you. They must correct you, but at the same time give grace to you because what you are doing apha ebomini, I believe apha ebomini we've never lived this life before. So it makes us to make mistake every day. So mistake endiyenza namhlanje ndiyenza because I've never experienced this day before. So i-challenges ezifikayo nolusuku lwanamhlanje zii-challenges ezintsha, yabo. If ndithethe kakubi kule podcast namhlanje, zange ndake ndazohlala kule podcast before. Yabo, therefore akho andinikezwanga manual yoba xa ndifika apha funeka ndithethe ntoni njani, yabo. It's a mistake, ndiyayivuma ndiyenzile, but now it's a natural mistake because I've never lived this life before. Yabo, every day is a new experience.
I love ministers like you, man, who evolve with time because you then accommodate everyone.
Yeah.
You know, COVID-19 has also taught us ukubana inkonzo is not constrained to just the four walls of the church.
Yes.
Inkonzo is everywhere. I like the fact that you're going to clubs, you're taking your music out there where his people are.
Yeah.
Which is incredible, my brother. Now let's talk about your family. I know Umama, we've spoken about Umama. Let's talk about your own family.
Yeah.
Are you married? Do you have any kids?
Yes, I'm married. I have 3 kids.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so much.
How old is your biggest?
My biggest is 14.
Oh, 14 ukhulisile mfethu, well done. I mean, she's still 10.
Yeah, I know she's a big girl. She's in high school now.
Last born?
Last born na 7.
Oh, 7.
Yeah.
And then uphakathi nendawo?
We're now 11.
Oh wow, at least ubalandelisane grand.
Yeah.
3 years, 3 years.
Yes,
Yeah. No,
yeah.
that's nice. And then the wife?
The wife,
Supportive?
Yeah, she's very supportive, and I think eyona support that a man must get. Lando badla ngothi behind any successful man there is a supportive wife.
Yeah.
You know, when lo msebenzi esiwenzayo is stressful. Sometimes things don't work out ngokwe plans zethu. You would invest a lot of money in a product and then the product fumanisa uba it doesn't bring back in imali ngokweli xesha ubucinga ngalo, you know. Now that frustrates your family because your family is expecting you to be a provider and to be a father, to be a husband who's there, you know. And when we promote these things, we go for days, for months, going around the whole country pushing a song, you know, and you spend little time with your family. Yeah,
You're
so,
always on the road. Yeah.
Yeah, so now you need abantu who understand your ministry, who understand your calling, who understand the business that you are in, so that bazokwazi ukuphakamisa bakusupport instead of uba bakupushele it down.
Yeah. And then do you also minister at church?
Not really.
Okay, you just minister through your music.
I serve at my church.
That's
I go there. I serve ekwayeni.
Nice.
Just like anyone. But I'm not a good preacher. I'm a good singer. I think I sing more than preaching.
Do you also sing a cappella?
Yeah, we do a cappella. I
No
can say.
sibambe lapho sibambe ngeyi-1.
Uzolandela.
Uzolandela.
Okay.
Angikubheka nje.
Wababiza bonke unowangena, wabakhela inqanawe ngena, wathi mvula yeza, oh ngena Noah.
Guys, the music is out there, and you've got how many albums before this one?
I have 6 albums now, and there are many singles in between. Yeah.
The albums are 6. The journey continues. This is only the beginning. I'm proud to meet my brother. I hope God has just introduced me to a friend that I will call, and one day we'll get into studio together. I hope so. It's incredible to keep seeing our brothers and sisters to continue preaching the gospel of the Lord in different ways. And I love people like him who are different from the old school traditional ways of alienating certain crowds. Ukubana, akusabantwana bakaThixo. I love the fact that he opens up and says everybody is God's child. uNkulunkulu sithanda sonke. And the gospel, we've seen all of us since the COVID-19 lockdowns, ukuthi the gospel is not constrained within the 4 boundaries of the church building. The gospel can be preached anywhere, man. He's already doing it. He's on podcasts, he's winning awards against some of the biggest songs in the country, and that is so incredible. It just sends a certain message to the entire nation. Can our radio stations even pump more gospel music on our radios? The other day I had posted a video about Ubaba Hlawudi.
Yes.
Ukbana, if only we had given him a chance to implement that 90% quota, we would only start seeing those results moving forward. And it was going to change our industry forever, including our kids. There was going to be a lot of money that circulates in the country, not only in the creative space, but even in the hospitality industry. And it was going to trickle into other industries as well. I think we're so short-sighted to not support Untate Hlawudi with that quota. It still hurts me, but it would have been a very big impact into our music industry. It basically boils down to what we've been talking about.
And I like that you mention other industries and sectors as well. Abantu bayathanda ulimit umculo into just a song and radios. Kanti when we go to record, we travel, we book hotels, we use fuel. So every industry is somehow connected to what we are doing, and we probably lifting the economy as a South Africa ngalento esiyenzayo. So I can imagine fruits from that 90%.
Sure, my brother.
Local.
I think every musician in this country would probably have double, triple, quadruple, even 10 times more streams than we have now. Because we would hear our own music even more. And I think it would also trickle down to influencing our young people. You'll see us growing up and imitating Americans, because that's all we hear on our radios. But if that quota was implemented, it would impact how our children grow up. They would grow up hearing more of their own local music than international music. And it wasn't only limited to music. It was basically the entire creative sector, which means even the stories that we would be seeing on TV, it would be our own stories, So it saddened me that we never supported him as much as we should have. We all have different excuses why we didn't. Other people say, hey, but the way he was doing it, whatever excuse, it doesn't matter. We just never supported it. I just hope that one day SABC will have a leader that would go back to implementing that quota, because it would have changed all of our lives forever.
It's sad when you watch a production company from overseas coming to capture a Mandela story that they don't really have connection with. And now you watch this thing on TV and see, hey, there is distortion somewhere. And this now a book writer from overseas will write about DJ Sbu, but there are many book writers here who can come to DJ Sbu and sit down with him and say, tell us about your life, and then they write a book about him, So I think it's time, Singabantu base South Africa, we use more of what we have than to expect people from outside to come and capture our stories and make imali eninzi ngezitori zethu ngezinto that we own, yabo. So uhlawoti, unfortunately we didn't support that. But we believe maybe the ones that are leading now in the media space will start saying that kukhona abantu who are pushing African content, South African content, and support them, you know. It's good to see the new TV channels that promotes local film, that promotes content ezithathwe elokishini, you know. So mna I support izinto za local kakhulu.
Same here.
Yeah, I support izinto za local more than ndokuba support izinto that comes from outside.
Yeah. I mean, TikTok has shown everyone how much talent is in South Africa. And I think it was a lame excuse, Ukbana, to say, hey, the music compilers were not ready. There was never enough local music. That's nonsense.
Yeah.
For me, I feel that was nonsense. Actually, I felt us as creatives, as musicians and filmmakers and producers and actors, actresses, I think our intelligence and our talents were insulted by those excuses.
Yeah.
There's more than enough to play. You can play local music or local films and stories the whole day, every day for the whole year.
Yeah.
And for the next 10 years, non-stop. Even if the quota was 100%.
Yeah.
And obviously, you know, mainstream media had to run with that excuse. But no, there was not enough local music. What are you talking about? How much music? As you were saying, Uguti, gospel music on its own is not getting enough. Play on radio,
yeah.
Imagine. But
there's a lot, man. There's a lot. No Maskandi, artists of Maskandi, they release albums every day, beautiful albums that you can't hear them on radio. Yeah, you know, artists like Khuzani. Khuzani is the most followed artist in South Africa.
He's incredible,
but you don't hear him more on radio and TV. You don't see him more, you know. But when it comes to sales, if you can go to and get the sales statements, you will find that this guy is the most downloaded music in the whole country, you know.
My brother BETUSILE Nkosi,
thank you so much.
Thank you for the visit. You must be blessed with everything you touch. May it turn to success. I'm blessed and I'm very happy to meet you. And I'd like to say hello to the family, Mama. And I've never had a chance to properly interview Mama. That is your mother.
Yeah.
But I've always been a fan. Unkulunkulu asigcinele wena ma, and all the best with the new album. We're looking forward to it. We all know, Guti, that's not the retirement album. We all say that. You'll be back just now, 2025. But it's definitely going to be a success, Mama. And to your family as well, your wife and your children. I'm sending all my love, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much to this boy. I appreciate it. But now, you are one of inspiration to every young artist out there. That umuntu uyakwazi ukutransform ubomi bakhe through art. So siyafuna uba abantu abanje ngani ingane departments, they can make them ambassadors of a creative arts and zethu zalapha eSouth Africa, so that abantu babone ngoba when a child says I want to go to school and learn about into ye-art, ayondlalo umuntu yakwazi uba from being an artist abe a-business person efana nawe ephume izandla and own big brands like Mofire and own properties yonke lento uyenzayo, you know. It makes us proud and isinikeza ithemba nathi ngoba one day we'll make it in life. Thank you so much.
And lastly, we can't leave without saying some words of encouragement to young people out there, and just to the country at large, South Africa, that loves you and that showed you so much support for this one. I know you've thanked them on television and multiple times on your social media.
Yeah.
But you can never say one thing to all of them. For those who have not heard those thank yous, what would you like to say to them?
No, man, I would like to say thank you to everyone who keeps on supporting me, buying my records and attending my shows. Ndiyabulela kakhulu, ndiswela imilomo eliwaka endinganibulela ngayo, and Every time ndisiza nento ndisithi nengoma entsha, I'm nominated, I need votes, you always come true for me. Thank you so much. May God bless you, may God multiply you, and uThixo andise kakhulu apho nithatha khona. I would like to leave you with one verse that says, I have set in front of you an open door that no man can shut. uThixo nivulele iminyango engasoze ivalwe mntu. That's Revelations chapter 3 verse 8. Ndiyabulela kakhulu.
Enkosi bhuti wami, and I think the last thing that I'd like to say to you is keep up sticking to your vernacular mother tongue. I love it.
Yeah.
No matter how many times I try and attack you ngesilungu, I love how come you are in sticking to your language. That is the most beautifulest thing. And I think sometimes we take people who do that for granted. Mampinja was one of those artists. May your soul rest in peace, my brother. No matter how many times ungamthethisa ngesilungu, he will just speak ngesizulu sakhe. I love that about Big Zulu also. So I want you, my brother, to never take that for granted. Just speaking your mother tongue and sticking to Xhosa and just ulobeluthi lapha ngesilungu. That's you. You must keep it up. That works beautifully. And we love you for that.
Enkosi kakhulu. Ulwimi lwethu inkcubeko yethu. Our language. What is inkcubeko ngesilungu?
It's our culture, right? Culture. Inkcubeko yethu is our
inkcubeko.
Not inkcubeko. Inkcubeko, what is it? Being civilized. Our civilization. Oh, okay. Let's get it right. Let's get it right. Let's get it right. Let's go. Inkcubeko. Meaning. Okay. The meaning is culture. I was right. Culture. No, enkosi bhuti wami, I'm humbled to meet you.
Thank you so much, bhuti wami.
And may God continue to bless you with your humility. You're amazing.
Amen. Thank you so much.
We'll see you guys on the next video, enkosi. Sicela ukubonga T.